We back at it. Tommy G TV. Now, this is Democrats losing their mind all over again. They trying to destroy the country. This is a capitalistic country. Like it or not, it's capitalistic. Capitalism, we're capitalistic. All this socialism and communism that the Democrat Party is running with, they're trying to appeal to the Looney Tunes, for the lazy, for the broke, like people that don't want to work, people that don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get up and put their work in. But it's ridiculous to me. I don't know why they even on this wave. And people that understand that we don't need to vote for today. We need to vote for tomorrow. We do not want our children to deal with socialism when they grow up. We don't want our children to deal with capitalism when they grow up. We want our children to have the same opportunities that people in the past have had and the people in the present has. It's capitalism. One day you can go from broke to rich. But if you have communism and you try to go from broke to rich, somebody could just come and take it. And they want to talk about, oh, this is a fascist. Donald Trump's a fascist. If Donald Trump was a fascist, he'd have passed the SAVE Act. It'd have been passed. He'd have passed more laws than he can. He's not passing laws. Congress ain't letting him do anything. So every narrative that you hear from the left is false. They don't want to. They want to keep saying other things and not talk about all the fraud that they was a part of. The borders being open. They talking about getting rid of prisons. They talking about defunding the police. They don't care. The whole Democratic Party is funded by foreign dollars. These are foreign powers that's trying to take down America from the inside, and people need to wake up. Y'all need to stop acting like the Democratic Party and these leftist lunatics want anything for anybody who's a citizen. Now, if you're an immigrant, eventually, years down the line, you're going to be affected too. You're running, all these immigrants are coming here because we live in a capitalistic society. They're running from socialism. They're running from communism. So if you really pay attention, it's not going to work because they're eventually not going to vote for the same thing that they just ran from. But let's see what they're talking about.
Radical Democrats are going all in on selling socialism. Look at this. Their agenda front and center during last night's Organize to Win town hall. Far-left candidates focused on rallying support, urging more progressives to join their movement.
The disease is the system that allows big corporations, billionaires, special interest groups like AIPAC to buy and sell politicians in ways that leave them rigging the system against us.
I will say it is plainly clear that we must abolish ICE.
Just because somebody calls himself a Democrat does not mean they're doing the work for us.
We stand against the genocide. We stand against foreign wars.
It's about taking on a system rigged against working people, fighting for Medicare for all, strong unions, higher wages, reproductive freedom, and an economy where billionaires and corporations.
Yeah. You say you can't have it both ways. You can't have Medicare for all when you're trying to tax the billionaires, the people with all the jobs, the people with the jobs supply you private health care through the job. You keep taxing them, they're going to keep getting rid of jobs. The reason why they want to keep getting rid of jobs, because people without jobs have no independence. If you have no independence, then they can't control you. All these Democrats sound crazy. Nothing is for free. Oh, these people got money, so let's make these people pay for everything. Let's make these people supply jobs and give out everything. Food, housing, healthcare, child care. So all the people with the money get punished because they got money. And the people that's telling you to punish the people with money got money. This is yo, I know on a national scale, this ain't gonna fly. Ain't gonna fly.
finally pay their fair share.
Whoever the Democratic nominee is, they're going to call Democratic candidates socialist, communist, whatever they need to distract us from the fact that our movement is building working class people power.
Wait a minute. You all call yourself the Democrat socialists. Like that's not something that the media or another political party came up with. That's actually who Bernie Sanders says he is. That's AOC. Multiple far-left candidates have knocked out Democrat incumbents in primaries so far, and more Democrat House members are at risk in states like Michigan, California, Arizona. Veteran Democrat strategist James Carville, not happy about it.
Is their solution to beat Republicans, to run against Republicans? No. Their solution is to beat Democrats. Like they're part of the problem. No, you are part of the problem because you're an idiot. Somehow or another, among Democrats, something became more important than winning elections. And that became, oh, I want to feel superior to people. You're talking the country into the ditch.
I'm glad Heath said it. I'm glad somebody on their side is saying that these people that's getting voted in by these lunatics, it's not the way to go. It's just not the way to go. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican, doesn't matter if you're a Democrat. This is America. Socialism and communism has no home here. And it's just facts. And now it's literally a civil war in the Democratic Party. And the established Democrats are losing the war. And the reason why the established Democrats are losing the war because they understand that the socialism, once it goes to a national scale, they're going to lose by a landslide again. Y'all thought 2024 was bad. When all of this goes to the national stage, it's going to be bad. Because you don't have to worry about Republicans once it goes to the national stage. You have to worry about the independents. The independents is what weighs every election. You're not going to sell this to the independents. And it's just facts. I don't even understand why you think you're going to tell rich people, give me a job, give me private health care, give me free housing, give me free medical care, free child care, and pay more money to taxes when they're already paying crazy amount of taxes. The people that are voting, these are the same people, if they turn around and got rich tomorrow, they would not want to pay the government half of their money. But since they don't have any money, they're like, yeah, let them pay after the money. It's all jealous. It's all envy. It's all jealous. It's just people that's just angry and going to complain about nothing. And even if they got their way, they'll still find something else to complain about. It will never be enough. Ever.
In a ditch. That's what you're doing.
Power panel now. Al Motter, Democrat strategist, Mehek Cook, GOP strategist, a head-to-head debate here right now. Al, I'm going to have you go first. So, look, James Carville actually drilled down on something people are not talking about. He thinks that there is an underbelly in terms of what's going on inside your party, that this isn't just or even solely about winning. There's something else going on. What is it? He made it sound nefarious. What do you think it is?
I agree with him. There's a purity test that's being applied to political figures, and if you don't meet it, you're a failure. And that just is simply flatly not true. Look at Michigan. You referenced Michigan. Haley Stevens is running against Abdul El-Sayed. She is someone who's actually delivered results, is in favor of expanding health care, and he claims, wrongly, that she is a captive of special interests. There's no evidence of that. His evidence is that she hasn't gotten done what he wants to get done, but that's not her fault. Republicans control the House of Representatives.
Mehek, your response to that?
Well, I think the bigger issue that everybody is watching unfold today is that the Democrat Party is being held hostage by a handful of socialists that are turning the country around. We're looking at 7 states today where these communists have taken over. In these low turnout elections, they've been very clever. It's a cheap way to completely change the direction of the Democrat Party. And I'll tell you, Michigan is that testing ground because it's a swing state. It went from Joe Biden to it went from President Trump in 2016 to Joe Biden back to President Trump. That means they're not loyal to a party.
Right.
They're independents that are looking for somebody that's going to make a change for their pocketbooks to their security.
I just said that. It's about independence. It's like everybody wanted these socialists. We're the Democratic Party. You're the Democratic Party. It don't matter. You start going to the independents and start talking crazy, they are not going to vote for you. It just is what it is. And it's looking bad for the Democratic Party. It really is. If you're a Democrat right now, you really need to really open your mouth and be like, nah, we not with this. Y'all went too far. Y'all going too far left. And all the people that are upset because people want normacy, those are the people that's voting for these people. I mean, yeah, they're against normacy. Yeah, these are the people that's voting these people in. The people with the red hair, the men in skirts with wigs and high heels, the parents that, you know what I'm saying, giving puberty blockers to their children. Like, those are the people that's raging mad. You can't be raging mad with them. Oh, I get to live free and get to live my life and whatever I want to do. But if you don't do what they want to do, they're raging mad and they're going to go crazy and they're organizing these local votes. And for years, people have been telling people local elections are very important. Local elections are very important. And it's like, you got to go out and vote. Republicans, conservatives, independents, like, you can't just vote on a national scale. You have to vote locally too. But let's get back into the video.
In terms of crime, and when you have El Said out there saying, I want to abolish ICE. Well, I got to ask you then, who's locking up these people? Because 9 out of 10 Americans want safety and security. National security is paramount in these swing states. So the Democrats have a huge problem. You guys can call yourselves whatever you want. Moderate, Democrat, radical, socialist, communist. I call it crazy today, Harris. They've lost their common sense and middle ground.
A new opinion piece by Republican National Committee Chairman Joe Gruters is titled, Democrat Civil War is Blazing. Now the GOP will feast. It argues from coast to coast, the radical base is in open revolt, and a frightened establishment is doing whatever it takes to hold the line.
And remember, in these elections, it's just Democrats replacing Democrats. It's all blue up there. So it's not like they're gaining any seats. They're just replacing. One person had a seat, now they're replacing the seat with some type of socialist, some type of communist. This is only happening in the Democratic Party. Always remember that the Republicans have nothing to do with this. So don't think like these because you'll hear Jeffrey, the speaker for the Democratic Party out in New York, he'll be like, yeah, we're winning all these elections across the country. Yeah, y'all winning elections because they're only Democratic elections. Y'all not going up against Republicans. That's what the midterms for. Y'all are letting these people win these elections in your party knowing that the primary is very important. People are not going to vote for these people in the primary. It's just not going to happen. It might. I don't know. Who am I to say? But you know what I'm saying? We just got to wait and see.
Even if that means silencing the very voters it claims to represent. The irony is that Democrats' infighting only boosts Republicans' chances of winning critical battleground races this year. Al.
Yeah, again, I'm going to agree mostly with what Mehek said and also with what was said in that editorial. These people, they're not crazy. They're ideologues, but they don't love America. Let me say that. A lot of these people do not love America. And
this is the Democrat saying that. He's a Democrat. This is the Democratic side. He's saying they are crazy. That's my opinion. But he just said they don't love America. I don't think they love America either. If you don't love America, go back to your country. Do all of this in your country. You don't have to come to America and bring all your views from your country, and you just ran away from your country because your country operate within the views that you see. It's are they stupid or are they dumb?
I'm not Team Democrat, I'm Team America. And if we have people in our party who are so far left that they are saying we don't want to protect people from crime, well, that's just absurd. And by the way, we're not going to win a national election, let alone an election in Michigan, if that's our position. I noticed Senator Markey saying it about Massachusetts. He's doing that because he's being challenged by Congressman Moulton, who's more moderate, and he's trying to win a primary, to the point of Mehek's comments that these folks are picking these primaries because they know they're low turnout elections and the energized left can sometimes pull a surprise.
I just said that. He's saying what I'm saying. He is literally saying what I'm saying. They're not going to win on a national election. They're making a mistake. And the Democratic Party should have never got in bed with these lunatics. They should have never. They should have been fighting these socialists as soon as they stepped on the scene. All the energy that you was going against Trump should have been against the socialists. And y'all have had better turnout rates. But the hatred for Trump, because y'all lost power, he uncovered all the fraud and all the fraudulent things that the Democrat Party was doing, and that's how y'all lost your seat, because all the fraud was uncovered. So now these socialists was like, oh, y'all blowing money on nonsense. We about to tell the people the money that y'all blowing, we gonna give it to the people since y'all blowing money anyway. If the Democratic Party wasn't stealing the money, then socialism wouldn't be out here telling people, well, we're gonna use the tax dollars to give to you, since they're already using the tax dollars to line their pockets, to fund their little pet projects and all that. That's where all this come from. They lost ground when Doges came in and they did the audit on the government. Y'all was blowing billions and billions of dollars on nonsense. So now you got people saying, well, if it's money to be spent, let's spend it on health care. Let's spend it on child care. Let's spend it on free housing. That's how they lost their footing.
Yeah, so Mehek, talk to me about somebody like a Ro Khanna, because what I hear Al Mater saying, you know, they just want to get to that general point, whether it be, well, the midterm elections, could be the White House. You can't do that with these policies, but Ro Khanna has mixed in anti-Semitism with that. I don't know if you saw his latest visit to Israel and making up stuff about the Israeli Defense Forces and what didn't really happen there on the ground. He was not threatened. You can watch the video yourself. It's all over online. But he wanted that moment. So I'm guessing he's probably going to run in 28 for the White House. But what does this really get them, the far left, and men like Ro Khanna?
Well, Ro Khanna is running for the presidential nomination, and what he's trying to do is exactly what Gavin Newsom is trying to do. They need these communists on their side because they are very strong, they're disciplined, they're organized, they're winning, and they are getting thousands of Americans to sign up, including young voters, a demographic that Republicans right now are losing. So I think what Ro Khanna is doing is continuing to show that he's extreme. And then I love when he comes on Fox News and panders about Doge and the fact that he's a moderate. He's just as extreme, and a stunt in Israel will actually backfire, Harris, because there are many people, not just Jewish people, Americans that are repulsed. That's what Democrats do. They continue to stand in the way. Hopefully, some incident happens, a national incident, and then they become victims. Well, I want to celebrate the 250th of America and be proud to be free and less victimhood. That's what President Trump has taught the American people. So we're going to reject people like Ro Khanna for the presidential race in the future.
Wow.
This is what I'm gonna say, Republicans need to figure this out. The only thing the Republicans got on their side right now, I'm gonna be honest, is the Civil War in the Democratic Party. That's the only thing they have on their side. And the reason why the Republicans are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, because before Donald Trump, the Republicans and the Democrats always was in cahoots, and the Republicans will let the Democrats take as long as the Democrats was in power. The Republicans will let them, be the fall guy. They really didn't try too hard. But now, since Donald Trump is in there, Republicans don't like him. Democrats don't like him. So Republicans are trying to sit it out and see what happens. And they don't need to sit it out. They need to campaign, because the people that are coming they're trying to destroy the country to where the country will never be able to come back. And that's why the Republicans need to really get on their shit. They really need to stand up. They don't be doing nothing. I don't see them on TV. They're not campaigning on nothing. Donald Trump is the only person that's moving and shaking and moving. So Republicans, man, get on your stuff. Start getting out here and make sure that conservatives and Republicans and independents come out here and vote, because they're really trying to destroy America. The Socialist Democratic Party is literally trying to destroy America. I'm not with it. I don't want people to hate Jews and hate Israel. I'm not saying everything is right. I'm just saying we need normacy. We need to be in the middle. Everything the Republicans do ain't right. Everything the Democrats ain't do ain't right. But you can't just go all the way right and you can't go all the way left. So this is Tommy G. Hope you enjoyed the video. I told you I'll be back with more videos. I'm going to be back with more videos. This is Tommy G TV. Like, share, comment. Hit the notification. We're going to come back with more information. Please draw your own conclusion. Please do your own research. And, let's all just watch the show. But remember, they trying to burn America down. I'm out.